The Supermax Files, the most terrifying stories from ADX Florence. The piercing sound of a lockdown siren echoes through the steel corridors of ADX Florence, the only Supermax prison in the United States. Guards race to their stations, and the tension is palpable. A violent incident has just erupted involving an inmate with a history of aggression, towering over the other inmates. He collapses after a confrontation with staff, leaving everyone on high alert. Doors slam shut, sealing off the corridors, and whispers of hostage situation circulate among inmates. As the camera zooms in on the chaos, a question lingers. What led to this terrifying moment, and what will it reveal about life in America's most secure prison? To understand this shocking event, we rewind to the inception of ADX Florence. Opened in 1994, this prison was designed to house the most dangerous inmates in the federal system, those who posed a severe risk to society. With its infamous isolation tactics, including 23-hour daily lockdowns and extreme sensory deprivation, the facility aims to break the spirit of its inhabitants. The prison operates under a strict regimen, with a small number of staff members assigned to each block, making communication amongst inmates difficult. Most inmates are kept in solitary confinement, which raises questions about mental health and the long-term psychological impacts of such isolation. Interviews with former staff reveal the pressure and challenges of maintaining control in an environment defined by paranoia and aggression. As we spend time with inmates through grim interviews and stark visuals of their daily lives, early warning signs of discontent begin to surface. Repeated complaints about inadequate food and harsh treatment foreshadow the violent incident that awaits. Life within ADX Florence is punctuated by moments of extreme tension. Suddenly, a previously compliant inmate escalates his behavior, leading to an attack on staff. Guards are forced to respond violently, and inmates witness firsthand the brutality necessary to maintain order. Each confrontation serves to heighten the stakes, reinforcing the atmosphere of fear and oppression. Footage captures the aftermath, showcasing injuries and the grim reality of violence behind prison walls. This chapter emphasizes how quickly situations can spiral out of control, threatening the fragile equilibrium of prison life. The response to this incident showcases the fine line between control and chaos. As the dust settles from the recent attack, dark secrets begin to emerge about contraband operations within the prison. Staff and inmates discuss the complex web of communication established by gang leaders, attempting to maintain their networks despite the isolation tactics employed by the facility. Hidden cameras bring viewers into the heart of this subculture, illustrating how, even in the most secure settings, the potential for influence and power remains strong. Leaked messages and coded language reveal a deeper conspiracy among inmates, signifying that the grip of the prison's control may not be as tight as it seems. This chapter raises the tension as the facility responds to these discoveries with increased surveillance, leading to heightened paranoia among inmates. The prison administration responds to the dangers of contraband with a series of raids, escalating tensions within the already fraught environment. Inmates sense the crackdown and prepare for the consequences. An unsettling atmosphere builds as staff become hypervigilant, leading to numerous instances of unjustified searches and confrontations. Emphasizing the psychological toll on daily life, this chapter captures the emotional scars left on inmates who are continuously treated as threats. A troubling pattern emerges, revealing how the ever-present fear of violence shapes interactions within the prison. Amid the chaos, a few inmates come forward to share their stories, seeking a platform to expose the true nature of daily life at ADX Florence. Their testimonials highlight the very real psychological trauma caused by the extreme isolation and punitive measures used against them. Footage from discreet interviews illustrates inmates grappling with confusion and despair, raising public awareness of the conditions many are forced to endure. As their voices echo through the prison walls, their calls for reform become a significant force against the established system. A bombshell revelation emerges when a high-profile inmate files a lawsuit against the Bureau of Prisons, claiming long-term psychological damage due to solitary confinement. This lawsuit exposes the systemic issues entwined within the foundation of ADX Florence. The implications of this case could lead to a reevaluation of Supermax facilities across the country. As the case draws media attention, conversations begin to shift. Inmates and advocates alike rally around the core message that the oppressive tactics employed in Supermax prisons constitute cruel and unusual punishment. The stakes are raised even higher as reformation looms on the horizon. In response to growing scrutiny, the facility begins implementing superficial changes aimed at public relations rather than genuine reform. Officials present statistics highlighting reduced violence and improved conditions, but former staff and inmates express skepticism regarding these claims. Amid these changes, a hidden cell block is discovered during a surprise inspection, revealing yet another layer of secrecy within the prison. The inhabitants of this block, long-lost inmates, provide chilling insights about their experiences, and viewers are left to realize how deep the corruption runs. Voices of dissent grow louder, prompting the prison administration to launch a strike force against those challenging the status quo. The fear within the facility escalates. Allegiances shift among inmates as some align themselves with the administration to seek reduced sentences or privileges. Cinematic narration accompanies frantic scenes of distrust in which alliances dissolve and betrayal lurks around every corner. As the tension mounts, a confrontation erupts between rival factions of inmates, leaving everyone questioning who will be left standing. The story culminates in a harrowing climax as a major lockdown follows an inmate's attempt to escape. This desperate act of defiance reveals the underlying issues of mental health and the lengths individuals will go to reclaim their freedom. The event resonates throughout the prison, leaving all involved to grapple with the realities of life behind bars. As the lockdown continues, the fate of the inmates hangs in the balance. Will the veil of silence surrounding ADX Florence finally be lifted, or will the system continue to perpetuate cycles of violence and despair? A call to action echoes throughout the prison walls, urging viewers to question the ethics of Supermax facilities as the camera fades to black. The Supermax Files, the most terrifying stories from ADX Florence, serves as both a powerful indictment of inhumane conditions and a commentary on the urgent need for reform within America's prison systems.